Yo, check this out. This is Wayne Wonder, representing for Warrior LTV. You see the vision, don't it? See the vision. Warrior LTV. Keep it locked.
I'm gonna tell you. We, as bloggers, these are the issues that we need to address. You understand what I said? Set the bar for the youth. Share, like, and subscribe, and stay tuned to the channel. I don't know all this shit. Yes, sir. Brothers and sisters, greetings once again in the mighty name of His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I, and all things good and wonderful amongst us and about us. Welcome viewers and subscribers. Viewers, if you like the content, subscribe. I'm going to go to the platform. You see it, you don't know, we're just there, stand up for truth and rights. See? No. We have a little video for sure. With Mark Golden, promising to fund the legal, the legal approach towards Wagwan. We get some defense to the people and we get brutally disrupted out of Clifton St. Catherine. That's all. Now, we have to take that one here slow and easy if we can reach to the people, because here what now, you see, this is just all of this happened because ignorance. Now when I say ignorance, I mean violent rate, I mean knowledgeable of certain issues, including your rights. See, our rights have always been exploited by politicians and by people who know more and better. That's why one of my videos them bond the student them up at university with a ball for we call it washer dryer. When Jamaica are one of the hottest places on the planet where you can just going out your clothes on the line and get your clothes them freshly clean up, dried and fresh. You see what I say? Yeah, and that them see as to them problem while poor people get them house but down the street. All of them are law students and more familiar with the law. A lot of them are law students and it's a lot more familiar with the law than poor people. I don't see university making any attempts to assist with the knowledge that they have in any way to poor Jamaican. All them do is just left pay debt and the same people them for pay. See, now, what I want people realize is that is in a 2017 us black people finish pay back the slave master them for loss of earning and loss of property, which is us. We only just bought our freedom, finished paying for our humanity in a 2017. Now a whole lot of people in the comment section claim say if you don't like people come build on your property, if you don't like people come live in your house, and them like a dirty, nasty analogy there comparing to Wagwan. See, it don't sound like us slave and overseer we still protect the master's property with brutal intent. Yeah, as I know me I say, it sound shameful. Probably some of them are even the master children themselves, literally. Because it's very hard for sit back and think it's we own black people them do that. It's not, we remove from that, We know that's possible because the slave overseers them are usually black people. See, when the master like gone somewhere else, gone abroad or something like that, him come back more production done than where him usually get done in the same time frame. Because the overseers them, it's more brutal to them own a black brother slave them than the master himself would have been. See, the overseer always see more and can do and claims more need to be done just to protect for him status. You understand what I say? So these attitudes are not new to the struggle, and someone have to pay attention to that. Someone is just descendant of them very same Bucky boy, where I say where we are talking about we maintain the struggle and the status quo because a handful of white people alone couldn't do it. And why these knowledge are prominent in history, it should have been very shameful for some of us to even open our mouth in regards to the defense of these people, Rasta. You know, see it? Anyway, because you see, this is justification. It's the other day I and I bun Mark Golden's non-approach or, you know, me I say silence in the whole affair. But this is a video where me on show say him has been educated somewhat, which he was. No longer you don't know him a liar. So he would have known the balance of human rights and the balance of second law and protection for poor people who, since slavery, has never had anything from the trade. You get what I say? Still just finished payback for freedom, Rasta, and the land them still there in a, you know, if owner sell for them one and still benefit and profit off of it gone, you know, still under ownership a lot of them people. Now, Mr. Mark Golden, may I appeal to you personally as a high color man, a light skinned Jamaican, call it white or brown or whatever they want to call it. Sir, thank you for your input, and please don't get tarnished or stained by them things, because whatever you had before, we don't want that a your one. It could have been inherited from the whole thing. Same way, just like how we don't intend to take or can not take from the other rest of people them who finish get pay off the other day. So we don't intend to take our approach your own. You do not need the trouble or the reputation will come with them sort of situation these days, sir. So we are asking you to stand up in the interest of poor people. Now, this is not political. You see it, we are asking you to just be the hero there, be the man there, and no Rasta. You know, want for anything, and your children, them, I think them half white, them are mixed, them are black people children too. You know, see it very soon down the line, you can identify your generation like because of them skin color and things like that, general. And if you don't set a stand now, if you don't make a stand now for them, the strong possibility is there that you would be in your grave or in the spirit world and I watch your descendant them and struggle with the same issues where we are struggling with today, because nobody now gonna know them different either. You understand me? Now, with that said, I could play the video where you make, and I'm very much in appreciation to it, feed. You understand? It clarify a lot of things where we are trying to educate, and it's silent a lot, it's gonna silent a lot of naysayers in the background who are defend the status quo still, probably waiting on their opportunity to be the bucky master. You understand what I'm saying? And this is how it seems and sound to me from them people here who make some nonsense remark and claim in defense of injustice, open injustice, while there is papers and texts can go research. You know, see it before they make certain speech, but them just jump and defend the status quo with the hope that they have to make the maintain it in order for when for them opportunity come for suck from it like mosquitoes from poor people back, them will be, you know, me I say, yeah. So I go watch the video and come back.
Greetings. I'm in London, but I've been following closely the events concerning the demolition of people's homes in Clifton, St. Catherine, and I want to give you an update of what took place today. This afternoon, a team from the People's National Party, led by one of our vice presidents, Mayor Norman Scott, visited the residents of Clifton. Other members of the team were MP Fitz Jackson, Patricia Duncan Sutherland, Isaac Buchanan, and councillors Lawrence, Harris, Benjamin, Rose, Wint, Preddy, Garrix, Burke, and councillor candidate Chambers. Our team were warmly greeted and welcomed by the residents, and the discussion centered on the demolition of their homes, the impact on their lives, and how we can respond to their plight. Our councillors will come together to assist the residents with a contribution of funding towards their legal fees to seek full compensation. An attorney, Isaac Buchanan, will be assisting in legal representation on their behalf. The women's movement, led by Patricia Duncan Sutherland, is sourcing counseling services for the residents, many of whom are traumatized by this callous and wanton act by the government against vulnerable citizens who it ought to be protecting. We also intend to take other action against the government's egregious practice of evicting people and destroying their homes without due process and without providing suitable alternate accommodation and compensation for their lost investment. Time come.
Yes, so I have two articles here where I want to read to the item. You see it. I hope the intention and the promises made by Mark Golding is, enforced, put into play and thing like that. And the people, well, it's out there in the public, so people who don't know, do what you need to do and get the thing going, because we don't want there and forgot it, We don't want there and it just like another, me I say, and nothing come of it. See, now, me have two articles I want to read again, where I go show, like, the basic reason, not reason, but the influence, see, the wind beneath the Prime Minister wing for all of these things, these wickedness, this unconscionable act against him own people, them. See, now, the next thing I want to tell you now, before we go anywhere, is that Andrew Holness, from Andrew Holness, their school. From Andrew Holness, their school, I think a high school, him decided say he want to be a politician and he was going to be assassinated by his people. What kind of child harbor them sort of idea there? School uniform, in a high school yearbook, me noticed him and his friend them scrub it from the internet. Nobody can find it again. But I'm certain he's got a lot of classmates and schoolmates, or even the same school might have a copy of that yearbook with him argument. What kind of picnic? Oh, you just know say you're gonna do everything in your power for your people and kill you. Where did it come from? What kind of sick twisted that come in a child, Rasta? I mean, come on. Come on, people. This brother have no intention of doing well or doing right for the people. He wants to see him prediction. Him already have for him hopes, probably a desire. See, if we go down in a history that way, a sick, twisted individual think them way the Rasta, and we can't dare embrace and show conscience or justify some actions when a man have certain intention to infuriate him own people until them hurt him. Because this is the only way. Why would you think your people will hurt you when you know they are the good for them? And you know you want the good for them? Where that come from? Where that thought they come from? Now, if that is your thing, yeah, obviously you're going to do everything in your power for that come to fruition. See? Make me read two articles here, and I hope it makes sense to the item, and I hope the item, the penny drop where it may. See, this is from March 2018, and it's a Gleaner publication. Prime Minister Andrew Holness announced that Cabinet has approved the Bernard Lodge land use master plan for the development of an urban community in the area, once dedicated solely to sugar cane and sugar manufacture. Now, me hear him ridicule the people them the other day and I'm justification claiming who want to build on prime agricultural land. Just yesterday and today, and see it from 2018, him abandoned the agricultural intent and pass it on to people for develop as housing project. Let me read on. The new development called for an integrated urban center with the provision of shared infrastructure services, residential housing, commercial offices, and light industrial operations. Holness, who provided the update during his contribution to the budget debate in Parliament on March 20, said the planned community will benefit from greater densities ranging from 50 to 100 habitable rooms per acre, and will involve buildings ranging from 4 to 6 stories. The Bernard Lodge estate, whose land were once dedicated to sugarcane, a rum distillery, and later used for ethanol production, is located 20 miles from Kingston and 15 miles from Spanish Town. The Financial Greener requests further information from the Office of the Prime Minister on the project, including identity of the spearheading agency and financing, but no response has been forthcoming. May I have the response, may I have the information for in our next article, may I read after this. Still, projects of this nature typically include the Urban Development Corporation and the National Environment and Planning Agency, NEPA, which has authority over town and country planning. Chad Allen, acting director of planning in the St. Catherine Municipal Corporation, said Wednesday he would not comment on the project as the plan was presented to them by NEPA on a confidential basis. PM Holness said some 17,000 housing solutions are expected to materialize under the plan for the new town. Over the years, a piecemeal approach has been taken to development on these lands. In response to many applications by developers to purchase this land for housing, the government decided that a master plan for the entire area should be done before any sale of land was approved, and that the developers would be tied to the development plan and be required to pay an impact fee towards infrastructure development such as roads and sewage, the PM told parliamentarians. He added that the Bernard Lodge master plan was formulated after extensive research and data gathering and the completion of studies, inclusive of a rapid environmental impact assessment, regional and spatial analysis, transportation and traffic assessment, and drainage. Efforts have been made in the past to execute a large-scale project at Bernard Lodge by the Housing Agency of Jamaica, HAJ, in 2013. Cabinet endorsed the construction of 604 one-bedroom units and 980 studio units with associated infrastructure, and the approximately 295 acres of land left over from the construction of Highway 2000. The largest project undertaken by the HAJ, it was to have been financed and constructed by foreign developers, Malfros, with a capital outlay of approximately 5.6 billion to be expended over 3 years. However, the project stalled as the developer failed to secure an agreement from Trans-Jamaica Highway operators of Highway 2000 for the construction of storm water drains. Subsequently, the Jamaican government indicated it would sign a new partnership agreement with Herzog Jamaica Limited after termination of a previous agreement with Malfros. However, the project was eventually shelved, HAJ representation said Wednesday. Now, we want to pay attention to Malfros's reason for step back, because Highway, they failed to secure agreement from Trans-Jamaican Highway operators of Highway 2000. Yeah, so them sabotage the project where them sabotage Malfros. The operators of Highway 2000, we not call a name yet, sabotage Malfros. That's all because they were meant to come to an agreement where they would have cut situate and set up the storm drain business for the people and for the development happen, but they didn't. See, nobody not going into the details why that happened. No, we are going to step back again because Google terrible like that, and we are going to identify the motive behind Highway 2000's not wanting to the sabotage. All right. I have a different article I know from the JIS, seen, and this article was published. Let me see if there is any date, but it's from the JIS anyway, and we are getting it. See, all right. SCJ Holdings Limited was formed December the 12th, 2001 and became the holding company for 3 companies, namely the Sugar Company of Jamaica Limited, the St. Thomas Sugar Company Limited, and Trelawney Sugar Company Limited. In July 2009, the divestment team successfully divested the Longpan, Hamden, and St. Thomas Sugar Estates. The government therefore took the decision to wind up the Sugar Company of Jamaica Limited, which was the company responsible for the operation of all the government-owned sugar estate up to August 2009. In July 2009, SCJ Holding Limited Sugar Divestment Enterprise was given the responsibility to divest the remaining government-owned sugar estates and at the same time continue the operation of the Frome, Monimusk and Bernard Lodge estate with the objective of divesting these 2 operating factories and 3 estates. In July 2010, Complaint International Sugar Industry Company Limited of the People's Republic of China. The penny drop yet? Should I go back and explain the operators of Highway 2000 who sabotaged the first investors project and come back now becomes becomes the People's Republic of China complaint entered into an agreement for a lease and purchase of the remaining assets, being the Frome, Monimusk and Bernard Lodge estate. As a direct consequence of this agreement, these sugar assets were handed over to Complaint on August 15, 2011, at which time all the 6 former government sugar companies were now in hands of private investors. See, now it's good time for Marfus or whatever the first company name, sue them for business espionage. Even the government of Jamaica as well. And I hope them hear and note and because at the end of the day, you sabotage the people in progress who might have been more beneficial to the people of Jamaica somewhat, even though we have an argument with my touch man later. See, you sabotage it and then later becomes they acquire it for yourself later on. See, and your motives is no doubt political, national, not national, Jamaican national, Chinese national. You see, it's in the interest of China. This is about China, our country. And this is the reason why you find the Prime Minister has been so brutal and unconscionable towards the people, because when China pressure him can't give UN standards to China. China bad people. China not recognize no form of humanity, not even amongst them people. See it, and that's open knowledge, Rasta. See it. So them boy take bribe and cannot, see it. It's not funny. No, Jamaica people are under the government, and all of this happen behind the back. Never did when none of them plan to make, and wasn't party to none of them things. And some boy take bribe. Some boy take bribes so that them can come brute force and batten up and cheat in a certain little way. Rasta, we don't expect Chinese businessmen to adhere to the human rights statutes of the West, which we exist in. See it. So how on earth we are going in a business with them type of people? I wonder if anybody can read the agreements them with them boy are signed, cause it is being alleged that most of them is signed is written in Mandarin. See it. It's written, see it. So from that aspect that we can challenge it too, with the help of the Commonwealth, of which we are still a member, see, because we still exist under the Commonwealth recognition, the human rights, whatever, and the laws and all of that. Our Prime Minister them, our leaders them, violate even the agreements with the Commonwealth with them signed, because there is no protection for poor people from people like the Chinese and them sort of thing there. See, they are openly racist, particularly for them place. Now, the biggest and the most disgusting thing about that is nobody can go to China go buy a piece of land. Nobody from nowhere can go to China go buy a piece of land. Yet our lucky them sit back and just sell out everything to them people. Yeah. See it. And this is not acceptable, Rasta. Jamaica people wanna deal it. What we are dealing with, Rasta. Or we sit back and make them guy. You see? Them guy make up their mind for dead, Them guy make up their mind for do everything for the people, them satisfy them sick, twisted nature because when him a go to school, him a say him a go be assassinated. Nobody no promise him that. Nothing like that never happened to none of Jamaica leaders them before. So it's not like we have a penchant for do them sort of thing, the Rasta. You know, see, why that guy come with this type of argument? Why him come with that notion as a youth? Like that him want be for him history, for him legacy, for have that stain upon Jamaica. For be the first prime minister to be assassinated. That kind of nasty, sick, dirty boy that. And JLP still endorse him and embrace him and put him in a leadership. You know, JLP don't understand the meaning, the policies of Labour government, you know. If any JLP did understand it, any JLP will understand it is not a member of the poorer class. It's not a member of the poorer class. If the poorer class did understand it, they would have stepped away from it and abandoned it. It's a capitalistic system. And the only capital Jamaica have is people. We not no gold, we not no oil, we not no diamond. It's just the people them have to slave for, and pay for $1.50 an hour. Jamaica people. You know, see, $1.50 an hour. That's the thing where people are working for today in Jamaica. Come on. You know, see, you are the pawn in all of this. After 2017, you know, buy back, you know, finish pay tax and buy back on freedom, Rasta. 2017, we finish pay back the man them. Not even buy back freedom because we're not free. 2017, we pay them, we slave master them for loss of earning, loss of property. We pay them back for ourselves because we are supposed to be them property up to 2017 the other day. And our own black leader down there embrace and endorse them type of stupidity. Yeah? You know, see it, and we still have black people or people in the comment section. I think we're ignorant and abilical. I try abilical with intelligence. I call it bad mind and I call it and style we as political party. Listen, I already done that psychology them there. We don't go with that. We pass them thing they call we what we want, whatever we want. A thief will always say and do anything to defend himself. You know, see it? So, you know, no waste of time when you style people and class people, Rasta, forget them for doing no bidding or compensate, you know, because them no one associated with the names them on a call. You know, it's a diabolic disgrace. You know, it's some nasty sellout Judas, Rasta, unrepentant. You know, see it? Unrepentant. And we can't embrace them sort of thing. They not found up on keyboard alone, you can't do it. Because the poor people soon know say, uno same one. Uno are the type of people where I keep them the same way in a poverty. I say, it's the learned among us. It's the people them who learn among us, the academics them. Once them pass an educational threshold, them not have nothing to do with it again. It's like say them changing a different type of being, Rasta. Yeah. Figure out everything where them a come from. I see them get the people support, boost them and build them confidence so that them can go take on the struggle. And you know, and them turn them back upon them and treat them like them was the worst experience them ever have, Rasta. Every black academic is a sellout. Every black academic is like a jankro. And if not even cannot be trusted, then cannot be trusted. No matter who, even if I'm me. You don't have to trust a man for him deliver, Rasta. It's not up to you for trust him for him deliver. Him supposed to deliver anyway. It's the right thing to do. You know, see it? It's the right thing to do. It's a job that him get to do, Rasta. It's a human thing to do. You know, see it? You know, I hope me make sense. I hope me make sense to the item. And I still hope we have some discussion in the comment section. And we not let up half of them fuck career. You know, see it? We not let up half of them. Because we not have no representation and because certain things secret and certain knowledge not prevalent to Jamaica people, poor people, if them even see it on the sidewalk. And everybody can read it and understand certain terminology in it, Rasta. You know, see it? And like I said, when academics them abandon and become part of the support structure for the corrupt system we're governing. You know, see it? And we now take back them thought there. Anyway, we give thanks. Rastafari.